have got none other than Mr. Jordan Murray from Australia joining us for an exclusive interview with Khel Now. Jordan, can you do this celebration once? Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, so Jordan, my birthday and your birthday are just 1 week apart.
Okay.
I'm in 24th September, the 2nd October. But the entire nation celebrates your birthday and declares it as a national holiday. You know the reason why?
Yes.
Can you tell the reason?
Gandhi's birthday.
Gandhi's birthday, so yeah. So,
I've been in India for a while.
oh,
I
amazing,
know.
amazing. So yeah, so Jordan Murray's birthday is celebrated as a national holiday as well. So yeah, national holiday, Mata Gandhi's birthday. By the way, you're an Australian, right? Jordan, you're an Australian, right?
Oh, I would say I'm half Indian now.
Oh.
Being here for 4 years, I think I consider myself half Indian.
Do you remember the date, 19th November 2023?
Is that my debut? I'm guessing.
It was a cricket match in Ahmedabad.
Uh,
India versus Australia finals. ICC Cricket World Cup finals. Australia came.
What happened in the last test?
It was a World Cup final.
Yeah, what happened in the last test recently?
He's just adding more salt to this. Oh,
there we
okay.
go. There we go.
So yeah, if you now he told me he's half Indian, he's half Australian. If you hadn't told this, we would have been not friends. Okay. But yeah, Mr. Jordan Murray, well, I saw in one of the videos your dad said that once I saw that ultrasound report, I know my son is going to be a footballer. So that moment from seeing that dream of your father and yours dream becoming into reality, how has the journey been from Australia to becoming one of the finest and the most loved footballers in the world right now? So how's the journey been?
Yeah, it's been great. Obviously, it was a lot of hard work and effort. Nothing comes easy overnight. A lot of sacrifice, and I think a lot of people don't understand the toll it actually takes. Obviously, we get really good treatment, we get good facilities, we get food, and we get looked after very well. But it comes with a lot of sacrifice. Obviously, you miss out on so much in your life. But at the same time, there's nothing better than scoring a goal in front of 30,000 people. So for me, I do it because I love it, and to follow in my dad's footsteps as well, it's a great thing.
Remember your debut A-League goal?
Yeah.
Was against?
Yes, it was against. I'm going to say Perth.
Oh wow! What a great,
Perth
amazing
Glory?
memory!
Perth
Amazing
Glory,
memory.
Perth
What
Glory.
was the scoreline?
3-1.
4-1.
4-1.
All right, very close. Yeah. What a great, amazing memory. So the feeling of joining a big club like Central Coast Mariners, it's a dream, like one of the top clubs in Asia right now. How was it feeling like after that stint in this Australian football? You got a chance to play for CCM, one of the biggest clubs. How was the feeling of representing such a big club at such a amazing stage?
Yeah, it was obviously, I did very well in the second division in Australia, and obviously it was a dream come true. And I was lucky enough that I think he's the tactical set piece coach at the moment is actually Nick Montgomery.
Oh, yeah.
He's actually at Tottenham Hotspur at the moment with Ange Postecoglou.
Wow.
And I played against him quite when I was really young, and we kept in contact, and I was lucky enough he was the assistant coach at the time, and he spotted me. And obviously to play for Central Coast with a really rich history was amazing. So for me, it was obviously a dream come true to put pen to paper and sign your first professional contract. So, and the rest is history. So for me, it was a dream come true.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you ask that coach to give me an autograph of Ange Postecoglou, because I am myself a Tottenham Hotspur fan, by the way. So next time, I am a Tottenham.
Guess what?
Yeah, I'm
so am I.
Oh, okay, so people who are saying that there are no loyal fans of Tottenham, we are Tottenham fans. Oh, amazing! I found my first Tottenham fan, and it's Jordan Murray. It's amazing.
I'm a Tottenham fan.
Oh, amazing, amazing.
Yeah. Been Tottenham fan for a long time. So.
Oh, wow. So what was the reason behind following Tottenham Hotspur?
No, obviously for me it was the style of football they played when they had Berbatov, and and then started to watch started to watch a lot more when like Gareth Bale was still as a left back. I still remember that Inter Milan in the Champions League. So for me, it was just it was something out of the ordinary. I like the way they play, and unfortunately, there's no trophies to help, but that will come in time. So at the end of the day, your team goes through ups and downs, and there's been plenty of ups and plenty of downs.
Absolutely. So we chase. We are passionate fans, we're loyal fans. We don't chase trophies. Yeah, that is the example of So talking about Australia, basically, a country that has produced some of the finest athletes in the world, and not just in football, every sport you see, Australia dominates every footballing, every sporting domain. So what is the reason behind Australian recipe? Like, it produces some of the finest athletes in the world. So what is it in Australia? Like, how is the grown-up period as a child and everything?
Yeah, I think I would say the grassroots of every sport. There's availability for any kid to grow up playing any sport they want, and having the facilities and the right mentors and coaches to help them succeed. So I would say the abundance of grassroots really helps at a young age. And I think the Australian just has that determination, whether it's in swimming, whether it's in cricket, whether it's in football, rugby league, AFL, they all have that determination, that will just not to give up. Even if it's not the result, they just keep going and going. I think that's what, why Australia are quite well known for their determination in any sport. So, lucky enough that I'm in a country where the grassroots is really good, and I hope that can continue to perform not only there, but I hope in India as well.
Absolutely. Like coming to India for the first time, being a part of the Kerala Blasters Football Club, such massive, passionate fan base, playing in such a big stadium. Like, how exactly is the feeling of like first time you coming to India, coming from Australia? Was they expecting this kind of feeling and hospitality from the Indians, like the support and all such from Kerala? Like,
yeah, I would say it was quite difficult because I was in the bubble.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I didn't actually get to play in Kochi, as my
the social media
home
fans.
pitch. Yeah, it was. It really did. It really did help. I was really felt welcome. They're obviously a club that they'll always be with me. Being my first club in India, it's a great privilege to play for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was amazing opportunity for me. It was different.
Yeah.
And I grabbed it with both hands. And for me, I haven't looked back and regretted anything. I'm very happy to be playing in the ISL. I love the ISL.
Yes.
I love the culture of Indian football, the culture in general. So for me, it's I wouldn't say it was a dream come true because it was unexpected, but I have really, really, really enjoyed my time being here.
Another thing like about Tottenham Hotspur is similar to what is with Kerala Blasters. Why do you think, despite having such massive fan base and everything what it requires to be one of the top clubs, Kerala Blasters is still trophyless? What is your opinion on this? Why do you think that club is still trophyless? You have spent a lot of time there. You've been on the highest goal scorer for the team as well.
Yeah, to be frank, it's just not their time. It will happen. Every club happens. It happened with Jamshedpur when I was here.
Exactly.
No one expected us to win, and we did. So I think it's a matter of time for them. I think obviously the fans I can completely understand, and being a Tottenham Hotspur supporter, I think I understand that.
Exactly.
But no, I think at the end of the day, you support your football team whether they're coming last or they're coming first.
Absolutely.
You stick by them. Obviously, there's going to be troubles. There's going to be things like that, but that's out of your control. The only thing you can do is support the players out on the pitch, and I don't think people realise how much the support actually means to players. So I would say be patient. They're a club that's striving for that, and it's only a matter of time until Kerala Blasters, I think, in time will lift the trophy.
Jordan, absolutely. And one narrative we hear often in social media is that a certain section of people feels that in Indian Super League, the foreign players that comes, they are all done reaching the peak. They're all washed out. A lot of people believe in this. Like, what is your opinion on this? How much is it actually true? Like, you are a foreign player coming in India. Like, how much do you agree with this statement?
Yeah, I do and I don't. The fact that older players come here is what people don't realise. They bring experience.
Exactly.
And that's something that I guess that's good for Indian players, especially young Indian players. And for instance, Sanan, for example, having players who have had experience at the highest level. Okay, they come a little bit older. They probably can't move the way they do, but they can teach a lot.
Exactly.
And that's, for me, very important.
Absolutely.
Extremely important. That's I guess what people don't realise from the outside. And I think when they start looking at it and they can see development in other players that they're around, whether it's one older player and you can see the development in two younger players that are playing around him, then you start to see and go, well, maybe he's not scoring the goals that he should be or assisting, but he's helping other players become better players.
Absolutely.
So for me, it definitely has its pros and cons. I would say more its pros. But for me, I think it brings a really good amount of experience.
Absolutely.
And I know I've had that too since being here, and being a foreigner, and obviously being in the league quite young. It having foreign players like Gary Hooper, for example, with all his experience, he made me a better player. So for me, I look at it and I go, it was a privilege to play with him and to gain that experience, and I still today take the experience that I had from him into my gameplay today.
Absolutely. Jordan, I remember you once said me in one of those media bites that a lot of unexpected things can happen in this club. One of the best, most happiest unexpected was winning the ISL Shield with Jamshedpur. I think they're one of the fondest memories of us as well. Like watching this club grow, watching this club build from the ruins to actually winning the ISL Shield. Like, Can you take us, like, we were not a very closely associated because it was a part of a bubble at that point of time as well. Like, were you expecting Jamshedpur FC to win the Shield, and what made you rejoin the club once again?
I wouldn't say I was expecting. I think every team, every player goes into the start of the league wanting to win. I think if you don't have that mentality, I don't think you should be playing a sport.
Absolutely.
Because that's what you should be. You should be trying to win everything you can. But for me, it was it's not just what happened on the field; it was off the field for me, and it's for me. It's the most important thing. And again, I know I've said it before. It's hard from the outside looking in, but that was one of the closest groups off the field I've ever been in. Besides being in the second division in Australia, that was nothing like it.
Yeah.
But for me, being a tight group, it was like a family. There was no cliques, there was no groups. We all ate together, whether it was the youngest player to the oldest player. We were all in sync, and that comes onto the field. And for me, you saw in that year how much we would fight for each other and how much we would just keep going from the first minute, to the 90th minute, non-stop. Keep going, because we would fight for each other. We would run back for each other. We would help each other, give motivation, confidence, and we had a wealth of experience as well. So I wouldn't say I expected, but I definitely went in there going in to wanting to win something, and it was amazing. It was we were the dark horses of the league, and we come straight through, and we were extremely lucky.
Do you think we can win this ISL Shield this year as well?
No, I do. I still think it's up for grabs, and I still think that anything can happen, like you said, especially with this club, like we've seen. So for me, it's nothing's done until it's mathematically done, and we need to keep the mentality of going at a game at a time and securing 3 points, and hopefully games go with us. That's out of our control, but what we can control is what we do for 90 minutes each game we play, and it starts from the game that's coming up tomorrow to the last game of the season.
Yeah. And what was your inspiration behind that Nagin's celebration?
Yeah, it just grew. I was at Kerala, and I had I had my my Indian boys, I call them. Obviously coming into India, it was quite different. Quite different. A whole way of life, and the group of Indian boys really made me feel comfortable. And we were just playing FIFA and mucking around, and I started doing it, and they just loved it. And one of the boys said, "Oh, you should do that for your next goal," and I did, and then it just got a lot of attention, and I just kept doing it. People like it, people enjoy it. It gives a smile on their face. Not even on the match day. It's it's here around the club, and whether you're going down the shop and you see someone, it's the same. It brings a smile to your face, and that's the main thing. As long as it brings happiness and smiling, I'll keep doing it.
And one of the videos went viral recently was that the girls celebrated a birthday yesterday. That the Bhangra celebration she taught you.
Yes.
Could you do that celebration for her once again? Like, I think she did her birthday once again.
Okay. It wasn't like that. It was actually like that.
Okay, amazing.
Like that.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, she taught me that. It was a little special request, but it was good. It brings a smile to her face.
Yeah, so that that Nagin celebration, we call this as Nagin, Nagin is a snake, basically.
Nagaraj, yes.
Yeah. Oh wow, Nagaraj. Yeah. You're half Indian.
Yes.
One more thing, you just mentioned me in the first part of the video that I'm half Indian, half Australian.
Yes.
What made you fall in love with India so very well that you can call yourself half Indian?
Just everyone's kind. It's just feels free. Everyone looks after you, whether you need something or even if you don't need anything. It's just everyone's smiling all the time.
Absolutely.
Whether it's someone around the club or someone on the street that I've never seen before. It's that kind of culture, and it's different. You just get used to it, and it's just grown on me.
Exactly.
So I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
I've seen players like Lucian Goina singing the national anthem of India. So this is what I think the league has been. Apart from just nurturing and developing young players from India, it has been a hub for many foreign players and come and find a place and be like, we can being a part of India as well. So we'll now move on to the most exciting part of the journey, the rapid fire rounds, where we expect Jordan to be as quick, as fast as he always is. Okay. We can see Harvey as well. Harvey, how are you? All right. So best Australian player to ever play in the Indian Super League.
Ooh, wow.
Only one name you can take.
One name. I love watching. I love watching David Williams.
David Williams, all right.
I love watching David Williams.
I was shocked you didn't name Tim Cahill.
No. Tim, that was more to his but David Williams done a lot for ACK as now as Mulberry.
Exactly, absolutely.
He done a lot for
Completely
them, and I just love watching him play.
Completely agree. Funniest player in the Jamshedpur FC squad.
I say myself.
All right.
Yeah. I'm humble, but I'll take the credit to that. And I think if you ask anyone in the team, I think they'll give that.
Yeah, Akash bhai also agrees with the fact.
He agrees.
Oh, if not a footballer, the following people would be. I will tell you the names. According to you, what other profession could the following people could be if not a footballer? Javi Hernandez.
Javi Hernandez. Oof. Snooker player.
Oh, I will tell him after that. Snooker player. Albino Holmes.
Albino Gomes. Ooh. Basketball.
Okay. Yeah, he has a good.
Hey.
Yeah. Javi Severio.
Working telephone communicator on the phone all the time.
Stephen Esse.
Ooh, he could be a basketballer as well. Security guard.
This is epic, man. Jordan Murray.
Ooh. I don't know. I'm going to say I like playing golf, so I'm going to say golfer.
And lastly, Khalid Javid, sir. Clear of your answers.
I would say I can't say coach, obviously.
Yeah, you cannot.
Can't say coach. I'm going to say it's a tough question because it's something I wouldn't think of.
He's like, should I play safe?
No, I don't play safe. I'll try and think. I think you've killed me here. I'm going to say referee.
Khalid Javid says referee.
Referee.
Oh, I think amazing. You'd be one of the most unbiased referees as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. One ISL team you secretly admire and which you haven't played yet for.
Oh, okay. I like Goa.
FC Goa. Okay.
FC Goa because
Since he's not playing his match against Goa next, he's injured. That's the reason he's playing
yeah, well, yeah, we did finish 2-1 at the start of the season.
And he put that goal, yeah.
So it shows you how much. But no, I'd probably say Goa, just the way they play, really attacking football as well.
A defender you'd never like to face, even in your worst nightmares.
Even in my worst nightmare. You won't know him. His name was Vinnie Jones.
Okay.
Vinnie Jones. He played for Wimbledon FC in England. Yeah. And I watch him on watch him online, and that guy was another.
Oh,
another means crazy, by the way.
Okay. The best stadium you have ever played in India. You cannot name Jamshedpur FC stadium.
Okay, well,
and you can't even name 3 stadiums. You can't even name Chennai. You can't name Kochi. You can't name Jamshedpur. Apart from this, because of course you have been a part of it.
Okay. Obviously, Kolkata is good when it's
And if I ask you to choose between these 3 stadiums which you played for, anyone, Kochi, Chennai, and Jamshedpur.
Jamshedpur.
Oh wow!
For sure.
I was shocking.
No, I like Kochi. Yeah. Kochi's good. You're a bit far away from the pitch. Yeah. Chennai similar. Only I would say Chennai because it doesn't get the crowd.
Yeah.
But Jamshedpur gets the crowd.
Exactly.
And you're quite close as well. And yeah, it really rocks.
Yeah. A young player. Who do you think is the next big thing in Indian football?
Not just because he's there. I would say Sanan.
Sanan,
and
yeah.
I think for me he's growing game by game. Obviously he's a very humble player and he's got a lot of potential. As much as I don't want to say I do want to say it, but I think I don't want to jinx it. That's why I don't want to say it. But I do think he will be a national team player.
Oh wow! Amazing.
I think with experience and obviously game time and keeping up with assists and goals, because those are important. They're not the only thing.
Yes,
it's just general gameplay. It's all that. For me, I think he can be one of the top wingers in the ISL, and I think national team potential.
Best Indian food you have ever tasted?
Ooh,
only one. Best Indian food.
Only one.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what you're saying?
I'm a vegetarian, so I'll go with paneer butter
masala. Okay. This is not vegetarian, so sorry.
Okay, right.
I love tandoori chicken.
Tandoori chicken, okay.
Love it.
Yeah, I understand because my family eats non-veg and I'm just only
veg.
That's the case. Yeah, tandoori chicken. Yeah. So tandoori chicken treat.
But I do like paneer.
You like it?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
So
Paneer butter masala. Yeah, I was like. So tandoori chicken treat from us if you win the shield for us. Promise.
Deal.
Okay. Lastly, Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi?
It's not even a
Not even a debate.
not even a debate. But so it's not even a debate. So there's an answer.
Absolutely.
But they're both incredible, and what they've done for the game is phenomenal. And I think you can't. I think that question itself,
Yes.
you can't answer.
Absolutely.
I'm going to say Messi for me is one of the greatest players ever to live.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
but Ronaldo's there, but obviously two different players, and two completely ways. When
Exactly.
Messi is naturally gifted,
Absolutely.
and Ronaldo has worked so hard to get there too. So you have to give credit for both, because it's amazing to see a player of Messi's caliber just have that talent, and then have the work rate and the determination, everything of Ronaldo. And he's a fantastic player.
Absolutely.
But for me personally, Messi is the GOAT.
It was an amazing time having a conversation with you, Jordan Murray.
Thank you very much.
Jordan promised me a jersey after seeing.
He's got one. Yep.
Yeah. And I hope that I would get 2 jerseys, one for Jamshedpur, and since you're a Tottenham Hotspur fan, one you would get me for Tottenham Hotspur as well.
Okay.
Surely.
Okay. Well, if we win a trophy,
surely.
Why not?
Tottenham also wins the Carabao Cup as well.
Okay,
absolutely.
Carabao Cup or the Europa League that they're still in.
Mr. Anjay also
You got
will
a Tottenham Hotspur.
surely. Thank you so much, Jordan. It's amazing to talk to you. Thank you.